Hello, this is JC and this is my first Airsoft review of the budget class Double Eagle M47B shotgun. These retail at about £20 to £30. Aha, looking at the packaging, you have to be over 18, so kids, if you're born after August, you might have to put your date of birth at 1990. Packaging also claims to include bulletproof goggles, but I wouldn't recommend shooting yourself in the eye with a real gun. Okay then, opening the box and you'll find something a little bit like this. Obviously the all-important instruction manual. On the front is all the different variations of the gun, and opening it up, the obvious safety precautions such as don't shoot yourself in the face, don't take it apart, it won't go back together, don't shoot people with dogs, the dogs might get angry, and don't shoot grey people. That seems to be a recurring theme in the safety precautions. It then proceeds to show you in Jackie Chan English the theory on how some of the accessories work. The rest of it I didn't really read because it's quite boring, but I think it's safe to say that this is not a sex toy. Look at the accessories. First up, I'm going to be showing you the red dot scope that came with it. Full plastic construction. There are two brightness settings for the crosshairs, which is completely off centre, and from playing about with the windage and elevation, which are either dummy or they're broken, just seem to put it even more off centre without being able to correct it. Next up is the tactical light. Full plastic construction again, quite bright, it takes 3 AAA batteries. Overall it serves its purpose well. One of the most important pieces of kit are the safety goggles. They do work, I've shot them at point blank. They get a few marks on them but they don't shout, so before you shoot your mate in the face, run up and stick these over his eyes. But I do recommend getting some bowl goggles, which are about £5 off eBay. The last accessory that might be worth mentioning would be the laser module. It has a tactical button which can be attached to the grip via an elastic cord. Okay, moving on to the gun itself. Okay, so first impressions of the gun. It does feel quite weighty. Plastic seems good enough quality. So at first glance is quite a solid build. You could do a lot worse for 20 quid. There does seem to be quite a rather large variable hop-up switch, which as far as I can tell, does absolutely nothing. Checking inside the barrel, it does have an aluminium inner barrel, which should mean it should have quite good accuracy. And the magazine clips out. Now as you might hear, it's rattling, although there's no bullets inside it that I can see, so I can only assume some have got stuck in. Okay, I'm going to load the magazine. I've got some Boar BBs. These are quite decent, quite cheap as well. Let's speed this bastard up a bit. Okay then, so I've got a target lined up. I've tried to centre the laser as best I can. Okay, so let's see whereabouts that went. So at a distance of about 5 metres, the laser's off by about 4 or 5 inches. Although at that distance, you probably could get the laser accurate if you put a little bit of effort into centering it, which I didn't. I've took the shitty scope off. I'm just going to have a normal shot aiming down the barrel. You might notice that the torch and the laser are a bit off. You can't adjust the torch and the laser is pretty much hit and miss. I've now taken shit outside in my personal vendetta against plant pots, because when I was little I was assaulted by Bill and Ben. This is at a distance at about 15-20 metres and there is quite a tight grouping. I managed to hit the plant pot most of the time, which is quite good at that range. So now I'm a bit bored of harassing Bill and Ben. I've decided to see what range it's got. I'm aiming at the house directly behind the fence, which is probably about 30 to 40 meters away, and if you can see, as soon as the balls go past the fence they shoot up into the sky and never actually reach the house. So I get bored and start shooting the fence a bit more. So this is using 0.2 gram BBs, so the gun could probably benefit from heavier ammunition. Although with crazy hop up like this, you could do something a bit special and shoot round corners. By tilting the gun on its side, it will shoot towards the left. This means that it's possible to shoot anything behind the plant pots by aiming slightly to the right of it. Okay, so I think that might be about it for today.
One thing, you bastard!
You don't know bloody conclusion! Okay then, so here's my conclusion. It's quite a cheap price, the quality is quite good. It might be worth getting some decent heavy BBs to make it worthwhile though. The only usable accessory really is the torch, but the laser sight could be set up if you've got the time to spare. One more thing, you bastard. Your dog set fire to your garden.